Alright, so let's start with the energy that you have coming into the month. And up to the 15th, you have the moon. There has been some things going on in your life that aren't exactly clear, that you may have been told things that weren't exactly accurate, weren't exactly true, half-truths, maybe completely out and out lies. But on the good aspect, on the flip side, you are becoming more intuitive. You are starting to get that rumbling in your stomach and get that gut feeling when people are telling you those lies, when things aren't accurate, when things don't seem true and stuff. The only problem is you may not know what the truth is in the end. So it's hard to discern what is what at this time. And what you have crossing you is 5 of Mirrors, which could be the reason you are having problems discerning what is going on and you may not have clarity, is because there has been a loss. There has been some emotional loss that has happened, and it's causing you to be a tad pessimistic at this time and to not be able to be optimistic, not be able to look on the bright side because you have had this loss, this hurt, this pain, and you are still focusing on that. Like, why did it happen? Why me? What's going on? Why didn't they do this or that or blah, blah, blah. So you're still in that stage. There's like 5 stages of grief, and you're still in that stage with the why, and you're not going to get answers. You're not going to completely understand it because there's 2 sides to every story, and you only know your side. The other side isn't telling you. They're not telling you their side at all. So that's what's crossing you starting around March 15th, coming into the month. What is below you and will always be below you throughout the month is the 2 of Stones, which is, Stones is Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So this is you trying to maintain your level, your status quo throughout the month. You are trying to juggle responsibilities. You are trying to do this balancing act. Like this bear is, he's trying to do this balancing act on these cliffs, from one cliff to the next. And this is going to be how it is for you throughout the whole month. What you are leaving behind is justice. You understand that the situation that has happened, you're not going to see justice. Just like I said here, you may not get clarity or resolution in regards to this situation. You're not going to see justice. If you feel something has been wrong to you, you have been treated wrongly, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see someone coming up to you and saying they're sorry, or getting that job that was given to somebody else, or whatever the justice you feel needs to happen. You aren't going to see that happen. And you have resolved, you know that's not going to happen. You have left that behind in the past. What is above you and your potential is 4 of Stones. Stones represent Pentacles, so you have the potential of having a really strong home life, a really strong base, a real strong, secure structure, the foundation. So you have the stability from your friends, your family, your loved ones. You can go to them when you need support, when you need help, emotionally, mentally, even physically, probably financially. You have that stability with you. You have the potential throughout the month. In your near future, you have what is coming up by the end of the month is the Devil card, Bella Rosa. So the Devil card represents a type of, sometimes it represents addiction. So if you could start drinking to drown your sorrows, or you could start smoking just to alleviate the stress you are going through. And then instead of just doing it occasionally, you need to do it all the time, and you start to become addicted to it. That you have the possibility of this happening to you in your near future. So you need to be wary of this. Sometimes the devil refers to a lot of passion. So emotionally, you might have a lot of passion with a significant other, but I'm not seeing this as a love reading at this time. Although that may be an aspect, maybe there's an addiction to sex, maybe there's an addiction to overeating, what have you. You can overdo basically almost anything. So just watch out for that. Try to stay in moderation. Try to watch the extent of your merriment or your self-medication, the way you are dealing with your situation. Try to watch that. The way you see yourself at this time is Page of Scrolls. And scrolls represent swords. So you have Page of Swords. So you are very quick with your words. And you don't actually pay attention to how you say things. You just, because you are still learning how to completely articulate how you feel. And you don't realize that you may say things that offend other people, and then that will put them on the defense. So you have to kind of watch both aspects. But being the page, that's kind of a more of a beginning to your communication with other people. The way others see you, they see you as the Page of Mirrors, the healer. And the mirrors represents cups. So the Page of Cups. Others see you as at the beginning of your romance, the way you are very loving and compassionate. So maybe this devil is talking about your passion. So you are showing people, somebody, a lot of romance, and you are being very, very flirtatious and compassionate to them and desirable. Your hopes and fears is 7 of Stones. Stones represents pentacles, so it's 7 of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears is this thing that you are growing and you have been working on and you have been developing and investing your time, your energy, your money, what have you. You have been investing in this. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be your finances. You are hoping that it's going to start bringing in some returns, some dividends. And you are patiently watching as it grows, as it nurtures. You're hoping you're not wasting your time and that it is going to bring you the returns you want and need. Your final outcome is the Death card. The Death card doesn't mean that you are going to pass away or somebody you know is going to pass away. The Death card talks about internally there's some aspect of yourself that you have realized is no longer valid. That you no longer need to believe this. You were taught this when you were 3 years old just because they didn't want you to eat watermelon seeds. So they taught you this, which is all fictitious, and now you realize it's not valid. There's something like that within you that you realize is no longer valid, that you need to get rid of, you need to stop doing in order to become the best person, the better person, to evolve, to mature, to grow. And everybody wants to improve themselves and to become a better you, to become the best person they possibly can. So that's the final outcome, is you are going to change. You are going to do that transformation, like the caterpillar to the butterfly, the metamorphosis. You are going to take some kind of aspect, some kind of belief, some attitude, some way of being that you hold to be true in yourself, and you're going to see that it needs to be changed. So let's get some clarity on some of these cards. Let's see what we need clarity on. How about the devil? Let's get some clarity on that. What is this devil? What is coming in the near future? What is going on? All right. Oh, sorry. Cards upside down. Fish, polar bear, and the snake. So, the fish and the snake is usually painful, biting, restricting. You are trapped between a lot of situations that are kind of painful, restricting, biting, painful. That's what the devil is. That it's could be your binds, your attachments, your surrounding, your environment, things that are negative towards you at this time. It's not an addiction at all. It's more of your environment is not conducive to who you are and who you want to be. So this is painful, but you are going to endure and overcome this situation, because you are going to see that right now you are getting more intuitive, more spiritual, and more wise. Even if you have no clarity, you are healing from this, whatever this loss is. You have stability, and it's going to lead you to an evolution, to a transformation. So all of this happens for a reason. This pain that you are going to be going through, or you have gone through, and you are healing from, it is making you change, making you metamorphosize, making you grow. Learn to use your words wisely. Don't just say the first thing that comes into your head. Learn to be loving and caring and compassionate to everyone, to all around you, and make that change. It's helping you evolve to become a better you.